Hi, this is Yaffi Lvova, registered dietitian nutritionist with Baby Bloom Nutrition, and welcome to Nap Time Nutrition. I'm hanging here with, just disappeared, my wonderful father-in-law who is watching baby Daniel, and we have some exciting news about the little guy. He ate food for the first time this morning. Okay, kind of. He fisted some scrambled eggs and sucked on them, but I'm so excited, and it totally counts. So you can find me right here on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, instagram.com/Yaffi, Yaffi. And also some more exciting news. I'm having a baby-led weaning seminar, family integrated food introduction, coming up on May 4th, and that's also going to be in a Facebook Live format. So if you want to register for that, I'm going to be putting, I wonder if I can, I'm putting the link in right now. Oh, that's exciting that I can do that. So now you can click on the event link and register for that class. It's going to be $25 and it's live. You can ask questions. We can go back and forth on your specific issues and I can get your specific issues addressed. So on the topic of food introduction, which is my big thing this morning, I'm so excited. We're going to talk about spices, herbs, and other seasonings. So it has been brought to my attention on numerous different occasions that people don't think of introducing spices, herbs, and seasonings when they're doing food introduction with their kids. And there are a lot of reasons to do it. For one, it really adds flavor to the foods that you're preparing. So a friend of mine said that her child didn't want butternut squash. So add a pinch of cinnamon. Wow, now the kid loves it. Why not? You know, who wants to eat butternut squash plain? It's such a great flavor, but it's really enhanced by other things. What we really want to avoid with food introduction with babies is salt, because their little kidneys can't really process it so well and it can cause problems. So the way that we can add flavor is by using herbs and seasonings. So let's talk about some specifics. Also, I want to mention that with countries that have a very high spice export, such as India, they have a lot lower incidence of certain types of cancer, heart disease, because these spices are very high in antioxidants. They protect your heart, they protect your other organs, they maintain blood levels, they're little miracles. So let's talk about it. Spices are all from plants, so they're vegetables. I mean, if you think about the miniature versions, you wouldn't have a cup of parsley, for example. Okay, unless you're having sparlic, which, yeah, I would have a cup of parsley if I was eating sparlic. But you have them in small doses, but they can have the same effect as a cup of vegetables, sometimes even more effect. Spices, what do? They improve taste, they can act as a preservative, and they have antibacterial, antiviral properties, B vitamins, trace minerals. They act as antioxidants. They have that protective effect. I haven't slept a lot, also due to the little guy. I've had to enlist the help of Tracy Speckman, sleep expert extraordinaire. Maybe I'll give a link to her website on the bottom as well. But we had a good talk this morning. So nutmeg. Actually, it used to be used as a drug. People would consume large amounts of nutmeg in order to get high. I think that's pretty funny. But a little pinch in a baked good is a really common ingredient. It has anti-inflammatory properties, anti-cancer, and also anti-cavity, which was a little surprising to me. I'm not a big fan of nutmeg specifically, but maybe I'll try. Cinnamon. It's been touted as a real miracle food lately. People are taking it in supplement form, especially people who have diabetes. Cinnamon has mega antioxidants. It has the highest antioxidant level of any of the other spices that have been tested. Anti-inflammatory properties, it lowers blood sugar and lowers blood triglycerides, which are the fat in your blood. It has manganese, iron, and calcium. Cinnamon is known to decrease nausea. It increases sensitivity to insulin, which is both good and bad. If you are a diabetic or your child is a diabetic and you start using a lot of cinnamon, and I'm talking about like a teaspoon a day, which is really a lot, you want to discuss that with your doctor in case they're on insulin, because it could affect your insulin tolerance. It increases fat burning as well, and it acts as a preservative because of its antimicrobial properties. It can be used in savory foods. So when I tell you to use a lot of cinnamon, your first thought might be cakes, cookies, pancakes, waffles, even sprinkled on cereal. And these are real sources of sugar. You can use it, go all Moroccan with it. Use it in some savory recipes. Go check out Moroccan cooking. It uses some cinnamon. It's really good. And as I mentioned, the dosage for a therapeutic dose, meaning a dose that's meant for medicinal use, is a half a teaspoon a day. And you don't want to do the cinnamon challenge where you just put it on a teaspoon and eat it, because you'll inhale it. It doesn't dissolve well in water or saliva, so it can be really bad news. But incorporate it into your cooking. Basil is easy to grow. You can find it at the supermarket in just as a potted plant, and you can grow it. It can be used in omelets, veggies, salads, caprese salad. It's anti-inflammatory and antiviral, anti-cancer, helps prevent arthritis. It helps alleviate digestive disorders, and fresh is best, and you can so easily buy it fresh. Turmeric is a really big one right now. It's kind of a fad, and people are taking supplements, but they're also adding it to food. And this is really great. It's anti-inflammatory, and the active ingredient in turmeric that's anti-inflammatory is called curcumin. That's also cancer-fighting compound. You can put it in eggs, soups, baked goods. It's also been popular lately with popcorn, veggies, and in rice. You make golden rice with turmeric. People are also doing blended smoothies with turmeric, and it's bright yellow and it's beautiful. Ginger is actually a very interesting one because it can be used for pain management. 1 teaspoon per day for 11 days was proven to lower exercise-related muscle pain by 25%. Unbelievable. And it also can help with attention span and memory. Garlic, real favorite around here. Well, I talked about garlic as a really important prebiotic in my Naptime Nutrition on probiotics. It has a compound in it that really feeds the gut bacteria and helps to boost your immune system. It also has anti-cancer properties, and that was proven from just 2 cloves per week. 2 cloves per week. I think I had 2 today. It's amazing. Fresh is also best, but I also like going to Trader Joe's and buying the Dorot. It looks like a little tiny ice container. You can tell I haven't slept. Little tiny freezer ice sheets, and it has cubes, and each cube is a clove, and it's so easy to cook with. Dill, also very popular in Russian cooking, has antibacterial properties, stomach settling properties, and it's it's got a very powerful flavor, but it's very versatile as well. You're only going to use this in savory, although if you have a recipe that is sweet and uses dill, I'd love to see it. It's really common in pickles, but also you can use it in fish, eggs, egg salad, tuna salad, potato salad, anything else that's a salad that isn't a salad. Dips, dressings, and meat. I love putting it on roasted potatoes. That's a personal favorite. Cayenne. This one you might not introduce to your kids right away. Sometimes it can cause some tummy upset because it's pretty powerful. But it does help with circulation, and it has heart protective effects. It lowers the risk of heart disease. Mint. I've really gotten into cooking with mint lately. It's not something that you immediately think of when you're cooking in American cuisine. We think of mint tea, maybe mint jelly with lamb. Mint is known for decreasing nausea, and you can make a tea out of it just by plucking the fresh leaves and putting it in the bottom of a hot cup of water, ideally boiling cup of water. You can use it with meats and also in desserts and salads. Something fun to do is cutting up some citrus, some grapefruit, and chop up some mint in it, and it's just delicious. It brings out that really fresh quality. But a personal favorite of mine as far as international cuisine is Armenian lula kebab. And my favorite lula kebab recipe actually has meat in it, and it's a ground meat kebab with mint in it, and it was surprising. I also recently had it in a quinoa salad, which was delicious. Oregano. A lot of you oily mamas are getting into this oregano oil for colds, and it is known for helping with coughs and colds. But it has antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-cancer properties. It has a lot of antioxidants. 1 teaspoon of oregano has the same amount of antioxidants as 3 cups of spinach, which is really mind-blowing. You can combine it with garlic, marjoram, thyme, and rosemary for a major health blend, and you can use that in soups or in meats or roasted veggies. Just mix up all of those dried ingredients and put it on your veggies. It has a ton of vitamin K, which is great. You can also use it in soup, salads, and eggs. Cumin is, thanks for the thumbs up, cumin is the second most popular spice next to black pepper. And the thing that I find interesting about cumin is that it's really popular in Mexican cuisine, but it's also popular in North African cuisine. So you'll also find it in Middle Eastern and Spanish cuisine. So it's all over. It has antimicrobial properties and anti-gas. So if any of you might, like myself, have a house full of boys, you might want to sneak some cumin in there. Seriously, toddlers. Curry. Who likes curry? Give me a thumbs up if you like curry. Who doesn't like curry? It's delicious. It's actually a mix of a bunch of other spices, so one curry can differ from a different curry. And because of that, it has different health benefits depending on what's in the curry blend. But it is known for having anti-cancer properties, specifically breast cancer, stomach cancer, and colon cancer. And you can use it in meats, stir-fries, soups, and stews. I just love curry. It's so hearty, and it's one of those things that just warms you from the inside out. Rosemary, antioxidant, anti-cancer, lowers cholesterol, reduces risk of grilling and getting those carcinogenic compounds. If you've heard that if you grill meat to a certain extent, you get that char on the outside that people really like, that char actually is highly carcinogenic, highly. So using rosemary in your marinade before you grill helps to reduce that risk of the carcinogen forming. And that's really important if you really like that type of meat. You can use that also in meat, soups, and veggies, and you can grow it, but chances are, if you're in my neighborhood, you can just go out front of your house, and these rosemary bushes are everywhere. Thyme has an active ingredient. I'm not sure if it's pronounced thymol or thymol, considering it's TH, but it is an antioxidant, and it's an active ingredient in Listerine, the mouthwash. It speeds wound recovery and is used often in French and Italian cooking. So there is your brief introduction to spices and seasonings. And it's really important in order to expand your child's palate to be including certain types of spices and seasonings in your food. You can use those to replace salt. And the American diet is so high in salt. Let's just replace some of that with some other flavors. Garlic, for example. Love garlic. So I'll mention it again. I have the link to my Facebook event that's going to be a live seminar on baby-led weaning on March 4th. You can sign up for that. It's only $25. Tell all your friends. And it's live so you can ask questions. You can find me right here on Facebook, on Pinterest, Pinterest.com/Yaffi. Instagram, I am babybloom, NUTR. And I am open to your comments, questions, experiences, and also suggestions for topics for next week. So it's good to be back after my Passover break, and I hope to see you in the comments section. Thanks.